What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shar. Come here with me. Come here with me. Yes, honey, you get the picture. Listen, today we're going to have a conversation where two people can communicate. There must be a messenger and there must be a receiver. This is not a chat for children. So if you are a child, you must exit stage left. All right, listen. We gonna jump into it after I get my hellos and lottie dottie everybody out the way. Look, I hope that you guys are all enjoying your Saturday. I pray that you find something productive to do, and I pray that you take the high road in every situation. Make sure that you can live with your results, honey, live with your response, and most of all, live with what you are doing or how you are doing or even who you are doing. Never story for another day, but y'all get the picture. Listen, let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Says, I think they are trying to relieve the topic of Kimmy and Maurice of fear. I still think Kimmy was a side chick but didn't want it to be aired out. Well, that would explain her attitude, Miss Ann. Her snapback, her clickbait, you know what I mean? Her like, say what now? Her neck rolling. Y'all heard what she said. Like, it ain't nothing for me to talk about. Of course, there's nothing for you to talk about because you were not the one that it was done to. Of course, that Kiowa would have a problem, sis. You want me to sit across the table from who? You want me to sit across the table from somebody that slept with my ex-husband? Somebody that plotted behind the scenes on mine and then pulled that U-Haul truck up and backed that thing up and moved him the hell out of here? I don't care who couch he was sleeping on until it was finalized. You guys were still working behind the scene. Well, it's all allegedly in my opinion, but I'm just saying, honey, we got to do the math, honey, and the math ain't mathing, honey. It ain't mathing. It ain't mathing. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you? And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Sure, make it do what it do. What it do. I know that's the truth, honey. It's a Saturday. Why not, honey? Hey, Lee, what's up? Make it do what it do. What it do. All right, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lee, in advance, babes. Thank you. Betty says, Happy Saturday, folks. Happy Saturday. Stephanie says, Hey, Shar, what's up? Make it do what it do. What it do. Listen, we're going to get down to the gritty. I ain't going to stay here long. I don't really got a lot to talk about, but we got a lot to talk about. We got Melody on the menu. We got Sick Behind Martell on the menu. We got Tia Mowry and her ex-husband on the menu. And I think we have Monique and Chris Samuels on the menu. Divorce is very hard and nobody wishes for divorce, but it happens, right? One or two things. You either do something to upset the other party, or sometimes people just outgrow people. Doesn't mean that somebody punched somebody in the stomach, doesn't mean somebody punched somebody in the head, and it doesn't mean that somebody cheated, at least not all the time. Sometimes you just wake up and say, I can't stand this bro. I'm telling you everything about him I just don't like. The ankles that I once liked, I don't like them no more, Lord. I don't like them. The soft lips that I used to like, I don't like them, Lord. I don't like them. All right. Your well dressed self, I don't like it, Lord. I don't like it anymore. Sometimes you just wake up like, Lord, I can't stand them. Would you get them the hell up out of here? Okay, so I'm definitely saying I've been there and I've done that. I had woke up on the side of the folk that I was like, what the hell you doing here? I better get the hell away from them. Although it took some time to get it finalized, child, I was glad when I was free. All right, so definitely, if you don't like them, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody cheated on somebody and poked and stoked where they wasn't supposed to. Stuff just went left, and it's really unfortunate when they have kids. When somebody has kids, baby, listen, it makes it that much difficult to walk away. I know it's easier said than done, and people be like, I don't care about them kids, y'all gotta do what's best for you. Well, that may be true for some folks, but when your children has been in the same house with you and they're used to one person or the other person communicating to come get them from school events, and then now you mean to tell me we got a schedule of how daddy's going to pick me up or mommy's going to pick me up or anything of that nature? It's always a thought in the back of your mind. Well, what if my kids is going to resent me for choosing me? What if my kids are going to resent me for making sure that I'm happy over top of everything? Right? It's always going to be the thought in the back of your mind. But you do have to do what's best for you. And that's what it's looking like. Everybody is doing what's best for them. It's over, bro. It's over, sisters. You done played in my face for way too long. Who do we have? Let me see. Let me see. Stephanie says done. I'm just saying it's in the building. Make us what else what it do. What's up? Happy Saturday. Good afternoon, everyone. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate you. Thank you. Listen, first we are going to start with. Should we do Cory first and Tia first, or should we just do Monique and Chris first? Now I'm gonna start with Monique, right? I told y'all divorces are bad. Okay, they're bad. They don't feel good. They aren't good. You gotta literally take a break, right? And I'm gonna talk about Monique, but I ain't gonna get her too good because I believe in happiness. I think I was on somebody else's page and they were saying that people were sharing with them behind the scenes how Chris used to treat Monique. Now here's what my thing is. If a person can publicly humiliate you and embarrass you, I can only imagine what they're going to do to you behind closed doors. It doesn't work like that. Like, oh, this was his first time that he embarrassed me. Oh, this is his first time he raised his voice at me. It doesn't go like that. If he did it publicly, privately, you getting your behind whipped. And I don't mean like physically getting your behind whipped. Y'all be like, y'all be making up stuff. And ain't nobody say he was beating on her. That's not what I said. I don't mean like physically putting your hands on nobody. What I mean is if somebody could call you outside of your name, which is what we're talking about here with Chris and Monique, behind it publicly, behind the scenes of this filming process, then I can only imagine what kind of words and stuff he used to you in the house. And when they were saying that, their inside source was sharing this information of how many bees he called her, at this filming scene. I remember when they did a scene on I think it was Love and Marriage DC, and they asked Monique, well, if you were younger and if you could go back, would you go back and do it all over again? And would Chris be your pick? She quickly said hell to the nah, 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 nah. Okay? She did not bite her tongue. She did not think about it twice. She was like, it's going to be a no for me. And he looked so distraught. I don't know if he was distraught because she said it publicly or he was distraught because that was a reality check. I'm not sure. But I knew then she was tired because a lot of times with us women, we have to be tired to out our man. We're not going to just out them like that. And she looked at exhausted. Now we know Monique got a clap back. We know she got a mouth and a head on her shoulders. Yes, she do. But this kind of look on her face was more like, you know what you be doing to me. Now the TV got me looking crazy and controlling and abusive to you, but you know what the hell you be doing to me, you old big teddy bear, right? So I think that's really what was going on. She checked out mentally and emotionally, and probably even physically. And I think the long period that she stayed was just for those kids that they had together. I don't think that she found peace in navigating without her husband with her kids. Hence to why she is away right now, just taking some time for herself because it's a lot to process. Okay. I do think that she loves him. I believe that she's not in love with him. This is my opinion. I'm no expert at this thing, but I'm just saying. I don't believe that she's in love with him. However, I believe that she cares enough about him and his well-being. That's the reason why she stuck it out that long. And last but not least, she did not want her kids to um experience them separately. You know what I mean? So I think that was going on. But let's jump into it. Let's see. Hmm. Lord have mercy. All right. So the court has confirmed that Monique has definitely indeed. Hold on one second, guys. All right. So the court has indeed confirmed that Monique has filed for divorce from Chris. She says, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired as hell. She also wanted the divorce documents to be sealed, but of course, y'all know the internet be talking, honey. They be talking. They got all the proof, honey. They be talking. So the divorce documents in detail are sealed. But what we do know for sure that it still shows that it was, it's not finalized. That they had a hearing set for this Wednesday that just passed, and also that Chris, no comment from either party has been made. They had did nothing together since December 2022 on IG. Nobody celebrated anyone for their 11th year anniversary that was passed that just passed in March. Um, nor Mother's Day or Father's Day. Now we know that Monique thinks that Chris is an awesome guy to her kids, so that's pretty strange. And I think that he thinks that she's an awesome mother to his children, to the same children, but she's an awesome mother to the children as well. Put it that way. So for them not to celebrate one another, oh yeah, it's rocks in the mountain. Okay, so Chris has also unfriended Monique in her business while Monique is still following these things. And reason why is because Chris is probably mad as hell. Okay, Chris is probably mad as hell that she divorced him and she finally said it's over, right? Because we all know that if they're making a choice, they be like, oh, it's best for with me. I don't, they like to hurt a person. But if it's the other person putting their foot down, like I'm done, now they all sour and bitter. And but it's like this: when somebody tell you to straight shape up in whatever form or fashion, like bro, you keep playing, you keep doing this, I need you to do that, you ain't doing that. It's like talking to a child with mentally challenged, behaviors, right? Because I got to keep reminding you, I got to keep redirecting you, and that gets old after a while. I'm sure Chris didn't believe that it was going to happen. I'm sure that she gave him many, 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 many warnings before she actually put a seal on that thing and said, "It's done. It's finite. It's finished. It's over. I have nothing left to give you." So definitely she filed, they unfollowed, he unfollowed them because he's probably petty as hell and he just probably can't swallow it. He might not even be being petty. He just cannot digest the fact that he has to wake up and see his wife or his wife plastered across social media and he's not a part of it. It could be anything. We do not know. But I can only imagine of the reasons why he or what he's feeling during this time of separation until the divorce is finalized. Hey, R Hub, what's up? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Make it do what it do, what it do. I hope Chris had a prenuptial agreement. She and Ashley probably had some same 10-year agreement. You think so? Betty, that's a good point. But I don't know. I don't know because I don't think. See, I have mixed feelings about it, Betty, because I don't think that he think. Well, at first, let me say at first, Betty, I felt like he loved her so much that he couldn't see her dogging him the hell out. But now, after I'm getting all this other information, I think it's more like she has allowed him to slide for so long with not doing things in a proper manner that he can't believe that he could be touched, if that makes sense. So that's the kind of gist that I'm getting from him with that. But all in all, divorce is hard, and we're praying for the best results for all of it. We pray that the divorce will be tasteful, right, and it doesn't get nasty like as we see in the Zodiacs go through right now. It's nasty, it's disgusting. You got Brielle over there going against the grain of her mother. She was sitting in the car at the gambling place for hours and hours and hours. Child, you was 20 years old. Get your tail in the car and go the hell home. Your mom ain't make you do nothing you ain't want to do. Y'all better stop playing with me. But Zodiac is another lie for another day, honey. It's a lot going on with that. Moving on to Tia and Cory, okay? Now we know that we were all recently shocked. It took us all by surprise that Tia and Cory was divorcing because we just couldn't see it coming. And all we know is that we woke up one morning and it was a post to her fans, honey. And she says, I have always been honest with my fans, and today is no different. I wanted to share that Cory and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy and not without sadness. We will maintain a friendship as we co parent our beautiful children. I am grateful for all the happy times we had together and want to thank my friends, family, and fans for your love and support as we start the new chapter moving forward in our lives. Now, the whole internet broke like glass shattered. Okay, I don't even know that's the way glass sound, but the whole internet went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, no, no way. What happened? Y'all was so in love until we looked further into it, and we was like, yo, Cory always got an attitude. Like, let's look back into all the scenes that they did together, the interviews and stuff like that. Like he was squeezing her leg under the table, like, don't answer that, don't say that. You know you're gonna pay for it when you get home. Like he always got an attitude because her clout was bigger than his. That's when we got a deeper look into it. It always looked like she was trying to please him or succumb to his needs and everything that he wanted so much that he don't feel left out. Well, in my neck of the woods where my grandmom used to talk to me, my grandmom used to say, if they ain't got it, it's on them. If they want it, they gonna have to go get it. So I'm gonna take that one and I'm going, leave it right there. If you mad that she was making more money than you at the time, then you probably should have took that up with your checking account or banking account. Go do some more filming, go do some more tryouts, go do some more auditions. But I feel like she was always paying for being the breadwinner. He wanted her to make him feel like more of a man if she gave him credit that he was not deserving of. That's what I feel. I can't tell you that it's true, but that's what I feel. But it always showed. He looked like an angry bird all the time. Like, bro, did you get some cootie last night? Like, why are you mad as hell all the single time? Did you not wake up to your children this morning? Why are you mad all the time? Like, mad is hell type energy. You know what I mean? So we know that Tia was the originally one that filed for this divorce, okay? And originally the documents showed that Tia wanted shared custody. She was not asking for no child support or spousal support. She felt like it was not needed. 2 months after Cory responded to this petition, and Cory checked that he did not want to pay spousal support, but he did not check that he didn't want to receive spousal support. Now that goes back to my theory that what I was saying. He always act like she is responsible for him, and she was responsible. And that's where that checkbox come from. You gonna pay because you know how we do. You gonna pay because you know you can't be leaving me out here stranded. Yes, she absolutely can. What's hers is hers, and what's yours and yours is when you get married. Yes, it becomes one. But if you want it to be equaled out and evened out, you got to do the work. She can't be over here pulling more strings than you are. That crap is exhausting as hell. And I don't blame her for saying, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I done sucked your toe for so long. I done sucked it. Listen, I done did all this stuff for so long. I'm tired of sucking dry toes. Okay? And guess what? I don't blame her. Because when enough is enough, how they say, when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. It's absolutely true. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Good point, Shar. Why didn't she file for a divorce before he retired from the NFL if things were so bad? You got a good point, Betty. It makes a lot of sense, right? I think that she really, really lived to please what he was doing. Like please him at all costs. Like I'm gonna make my husband feel like that. And I think that she found herself giving more than he was giving her. And it was like, wait a minute, this is lopsided. He had her sitting upside down eventually, right? Because she was giving and giving, giving. Well, who the hell gonna pour into me? And if you guys follow her on IG, she giving like freedom, freedom, freedom. She giving that type of energy, okay? Know what? You think so, Smoke? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Wow, that's something new. But definitely, she looks so free. I mean, she's like cooking, but she's enjoying the cooking. See, it's one thing when you go to your job just for the paycheck, but when you go to the job and enjoy the job for the paycheck, that's a whole nother thing for another day. And I really, really like watch her on her IG, and she be over there, like, huh, I'm free. You listen. He probably was making her when she made videos on IG. He probably will call her like, why you got that on? He probably will call her like, why you tell that much? You told too much. And then she always was walking on eggshells. Like it was probably draining to even make content. Now she like, finally, I can make this content and be free. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Listen. Listen, that's what it's giving. I'm free. No, no, look, no longer bound. No chains holding me. Girl, be free. Okay. Listen, I think that she really, really, really is excited about being free. And she's just tired. So that's why she didn't ask him for nothing. But let's talk about more important things about this divorce, guys. Where I found I'm not surprised at all once I saw that he was an angry bird for a living, honey. I'm not surprised. We all know that Tia Mowry had a prenup, okay? And she had a prenup because she was very smart, right? She met him when he didn't have anything. She stuck by him when he ain't have that many engagements or no, anything like that. She stuck with him, right? But what we really know is that she knew that after watching somebody for so long play in your face and say, I'm gonna get up and go to work. I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. It didn't work today. After hearing somebody keep making the same promises, you should anyway. You probably would be like, you know what, this ain't gonna change. Whether I stay or go, this not gonna change. So let me cross every T and dot every I. And that is exactly what he did, what she did, okay? So he said that he wanted the prenup. He petitioned, let me back up. He petitioned her, he responded to her petition. He said that he wanted her prenup checked out because it definitely didn't make sense to him. All right. He said that it wasn't making sense and there's some clause in there he didn't agree with. So he wanted his lawyer to look over that. Okay. It was also documented that the prenup is not what the prenup, and we know that the prenup is really not what saved Tia. Okay. What really saved them both was coming to agreement. Because here's the thing, Tia wanted it to be over with. That's why she didn't fight, or nothing like that. She just knew he wasn't walking out of this door with something that he didn't work hard for, and that was her money. You ain't buying none of this stuff, and I ain't giving you none of this stuff. As long as he wasn't coming for that stuff, I feel like she was like, all right, we can work this out, whatever, whatever, right? We could work on this. This is workable. So they came to a neutral agreement because he didn't mind it going on forever. And she's like, look, I'm trying to be free. Oh, free. Okay. So while she was trying to be free, she was like, I need this to be over real, real, real fast. Right. So she was trying to get over the hump real fast. And she knew that arguing with him back and forth, saying that ain't true, that ain't factual, will hold the process up longer. She just wanted this divorce to be over. Okay. So they came to an agreement. And one of the biggest clause in type of the inside of the documentation was that they're both was forbidden from speaking publicly about the divorce. Um, they were forbidden from talking about the relationship, the divorce, or each other on public platforms. They cannot do it. It's a no-no. Now, who y'all think that came from? Because I think that she was willing to do it. Although I know she loves her kids enough where she's never going to do nothing to embarrass their dad in front of them. But I think that she could have got around it where she can do interviews and write statements and stuff that wouldn't embarrass him with still spilling her truth. I think this one came from him. He was like, you can't talk about me on the internet, you old Martell Jr. At least that's what I was thinking, right? um Here's a bigger thing, and then I'm gonna get back to the comments, okay? um the bigger thing is that they had no assets together. Well, girl, hot diggity dog. Okay. You mean to tell me that, see, this is the thing. Y'all know how people always talk about Candy and Todd, where Candy had more money than Todd? That was all true. But when he came in the door, he made a statement for himself, was like, I'm going to build some stuff while I'm here so I could either be around the corner from her level or I could be on her level. And but Cory, on the other hand, he just wanted this free skateboard ride. He never ever worked to get anything of his own, or so they could say it's together. That big old beautiful house, Tia. Traveling and stuff, Tia. Everything was hers, hers, hers. And why is that? So here you got a dude in the background. You know what I really want to call him? You got a dude in the background always crying about what's not here. You know, why is always about you? Why are we always talking about you? But you ain't never ever do anything to secure her. Right? It's your job to protect her, to make sure that everything is secure. You never did anything to make her think that she could take her hat down or lay her hair down when you will be able to catch her. Okay? If you did, you would have something that you'd be like, baby, you know what? I brought this for us. You didn't even care enough about what she thought about you that you would go and establish some stuff for y'all to have together. Oh, no wonder everybody's like Tia Mowry this, Tia Mowry that, and Tia Mowry this, and Tia Mowry that. That's why everybody's saying that because it's facts. It's on the paperwork, okay? Everything piece by piece belong to Tia, okay? So when you get on your live and you don't say nothing to nobody because you know they got questions and they want answers to them, and you just driving and we like, dang, bro, can you say boo? Why you keep driving and not saying nothing to us? It's all because you don't want to answer the questions because then the proof will be in your face and you don't want to digest the proof or the truth, right? So I just think that she got tired, she got burnt out, and she said, hell nah, this is it. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm done trying. And I also believe that she had family in her ear, like, well, see if you can stick it out because that's your husband. See if you can do this and see if you can get that. And she was like, no, y'all don't know what the hell I go through in my house. He always complaining and whining. I can't stand no whining behind dude. Woo, baby. I cannot stand no dude that's always crying. Well, why you do this? And why you spend money on this? Like, shut the hell up. Did I ask you for money? Don't worry about what the hell I spent. Are you contributing to my bank account? Shut that. Listen. All right, let me listen. Y'all know he's about to take me there. But I think that she really got burnt out and she was tired of living in bondage. And she eventually said, we're going to end this. We ain't getting nowhere. I done tried what you're crying behind over and over again. And I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I'm going to have to check the hell out. Um, Let me see. I hope they don't give their dollars to their money. Wait a minute. I hope they don't give all their money to the lawyers. Listen, sometimes you got to do what the hell you got to do. Hey, Nikki, what's up? Make her do what it do, what it do. Hey, Shar and Chat, what's up? Shar, her mom told her to have him sign that prenup. Smart of her mom. Yep. We don't be wanting to hear our moms leave, but let me tell you something. Our moms be on point, okay? My mom was the quietest bird you ever want to come across. But when you pissed her off, everybody knew it. My mom, listen, I told y'all when it was over with my kid's father, my mom woke me up and she said, you better get your dumb A up and lock that door. She said, you don't know if somebody gonna come in here and bust your door down for him sleeping with somebody's woman. I got up and locked my door because my mom was smarter than me. At least in that situation, she been there and she done that. She was spitting wisdom to me. Okay, so definitely I'm like, okay, these moms be with it. Okay, they can see it coming before it comes. Cory is low down and dirty to not honor the prenup. He said, get that prenup the hell up out of here, Lee. He was like, I don't want it. I need y'all to look into it because I believe it was made up. It was make believe. No. Okay. All right, Cory. Tia was doing the damn thing and is and doing, and that's why you resent her so much. Okay, listen, and you know these old thirsty birds are going to be all in his DM. Come on, Cory, I'll take care of you. I know she ain't want to take care of you. I got you, Cory. Now he got a little bit more money than he had when they was together. She met him with nothing. With that being said, any woman that he gets with now, you'll be a fool because you already know what she went through, and to sit and be like, to sit and be like, come on, Cory, I'll be your woman, and to sit and take care of him, you'll be dumb. And anything that you get, guess what? You'll be getting what you deserve. All right? It won't be no when a woman fed up. It'll be when a woman behind bars, okay? Because guess what? I don't know about nobody else, but sometimes people push you so far, they be like, you already know what it was before you got with me. I told you I was broke. I told you I didn't have that much money, and I told you I don't like paying no bills. And I also told you I don't want no joint accounts with you at all. I don't want your name on nothing. You came over here trying to get me, and now that you got me, you try to poop on me. Child, listen, y'all woman, the ones that's thirsty as hell all the time, and you always drenching yourself on somebody else's husband or ex-husband, you better consider yourself um and don't do that. That's a foolish mindset of us where we think we can change the man from their behavior. No, we cannot. They are who they are, and they're going to continue to be who they are. Either they're a bum, a loser, a cheater, a non-stable person. You cannot do that. Look at Scrappy right now with the girl Diamond. Listen, she will be getting what she deserved. Erica done told us, and then now you got the Bam telling us. Do you think that it's the woman or is it? And look what he did to Shay. Shay thought she can come in there and change him. Girl, she quickly learned you got served. All right, ain't nothing Erica said about him was false. He's a man that likes his ego stroked and he has mama issues, in my opinion. We talking about Scrappy now. Stay with me. He has mama issues, in my opinion, and because of those mama issues, he's going to look for a woman that's going to do everything for him. He want his drawers washed. He want his financial books wear down. He want somebody to tuck him in at night. He wants you to tell him where his dirty laundry is supposed to go. He's looking for a mama. He ain't looking for no dang on wife or no girlfriend. Y'all better stop chasing that, bro. And I don't care how big it is. You better know better. When you know better, you do better. Okay? If you don't know better, just go ask somebody with a little bit more wisdom and understanding, and they shall school you. Okay? And she was doing the dang old thing. Hey, Cricket22. Hey, Shar, and everyone in the chat. What's up? Make it do what it do, what it do. All right, Miss Linda says hello to Nikki. You guys are all speaking. Hi, Mary. Make it do what it do, what it do. What's up? PK Joe in the building. You better step it up, step it up, step it up, step. Hey, PK. What's up? Hey, Shar. Make it do what it do. Yes. I love you back. Mary says, "Hey everyone in the chat, what's up, Mary? You guys are all speaking. You guys are all speaking. That's what's up. But definitely, he said check into that prenup because that ain't right, and I'm gonna need a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit more. All right, let's get to the big stuff. Okay, I want to talk about. Remember, we talked briefly about Melody's name change, right? Um, I know people been sending me, even though I'm a little bit behind, but it's okay because we having good conversation. And if you are here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, okay? Because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. But anyway, back to it. So we talked about the name change, and I know a lot of people was, DMing me about the young lady that was telling like not like full details, but enough details where we can kind of imagine how beautiful this event was for Melanie. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard that she was having a celebration, to celebrate the name change, I was so happy. I was so happy that she was having a celebration, right? Because I think sometimes people downplay your turnaround season, right? I'm gonna say it again. I think a lot of times people downplay your turnaround season. So it's up to you to make sure you turn that thing all the way up. It's up to you to make sure that you understand the importance of why you are celebrating. Okay, so I did get a chance to go and listen to the young lady that was speaking of Mel's event. Who said that? Says, "What's up, chat?" And everyone, hopefully you all are doing well and having a great, blessed Saturday. And we are, and we're going to continue to. Hey, what's up, boo? Make it do what it do, what it do. But definitely, she talked about how beautiful this event was for Mel and how it was no dry eye in the in the room, and it was so emotional. And I was like, dang, that's what's up, right? Because we all get Tisha and them online talking about Melody's not really living that life. We had Destiny come on here and trying to dog her out, saying, she filed for bankruptcy, which we already knew, and that people ain't really living the life that they portray to live. All of that stuff. And then here we are with somebody that had a front row seat at a very sentimental event um that Mel had, and says, listen, if you ever heard anything different that Mel is living a fake life, I'm here to tell you that the sis is on point and she's living just what she says she is. She says those what is it, G-Wagons that's sitting outside, or she take pictures, and that's happening in real life. That thing parked outside real pretty. Oh, and who said Mel was standing alone? She ain't standing alone. Them cousins was in the house. What? Deep. All right, they was there for whatever. So if somebody would have came up in there acting real cray, they said they was gonna put him in that same military line that he allegedly put them children in. Okay, so they was ready for whatever. They asked about the new boo, and she was like, look, I was talking to somebody, but I couldn't really make out if that was her boo. But there was a lot of faces and a lot of support. It was no dry eye. She was like, it was so beautiful. Oh, she talked about how 5-star the event was, right? How beautiful the event was, like on wedding type energy, okay? The catering, the catering of the event, all of that stuff she talked about, how good the food was. It wasn't no you make one pot, you make another pot, you make another one, and we're gonna stretch this pot. It was food at the food at the food. They was lined up. It was professional. She says, and to the cast members, if you ever think that you're going to have an event, y'all better get ready to step y'all game up if y'all think y'all gonna come like this one. This one was on point. I said, listen, everything Melody had, even that release of 7th Avenue event she had, where the kids was dressed in like them big dresses. I think it was Sugar Mama that had that big dress on. That was beautiful. Some people just need to just own it that they don't know how to throw events, or they don't know what 5-star is or classy is, right? Or they don't know what classy is. So you need to let somebody else do it, because you're gonna have to get somebody else to do it, right? You don't know what you're doing, and you know, you're not privy enough or close enough to Mel where you could ask her for a little, tips on how you do that. Who did this for you? Well, what is what is upscale? Because clearly you guys don't know. We've seen Martell just threw an event with whole Sheree, who's used to like big classy events. You just threw um a $2 magazine party with the kids background in the back, you know what I mean, with the birthday party events from Party City background in the back, drop back. You don't even know how to throw an event. So when you step the mail, you better be ready to go ahead and step your game up, because she gonna make you step your game up. Anything that you wish you ever had, she gonna be like, okay, get it there. Now she's not hoping or thinking she's better. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you ever have an event with Mel, she's gonna automatically make you think you're gonna have to turn it up. Like, yo, what does she do for a living? Um, she gonna make you think like, what do she do for a living? Like, I want to be like her. Like, how do I get like her? And then what? What do you want? What about it? Okay. So automatically it makes you think I need to turn my turn it up a notch. It's not going to make you leave like she really ain't do nothing. No, you gonna think, and that's not called envy. That's called I'm proud of you. That's called like, dang, I want to be like sis when I grow up. That's like, man, that was like beautiful when I get like that, and God decides to elevate me, because we all know that somebody else's blessings can't be ours too. We can't be wanting what people want. But what we can say is, Lord, when I get to that point, take me past that point or take me right where Mel is. That's okay, right? But you can't be wanting what somebody else got, because they're struggling, not your struggle. And while you out on the outside looking in, you don't know what they had to get to or go through to get to where they at. So don't be wanting what nobody else got. But that lady said that it really happened in real life. Melody is really living that life. And it was so beautiful. And Melody took the event very serious because it was important to her. I know her recent live, she was talking about how um how precious it was to her, because she finally got her first piece of mail with Melody Cherie Rogers on it, and it just became so real for her, right? It was kind of like a pause that she did on that live, if you guys remember, but it became like, oh my God, this is really happening. So I definitely wanted to talk about how divorce is not the end of the road, right? So we just talked about Monique and Chris divorce, and how Chris is probably like mad at telling her, he don't want nothing to do with her because she finally just threw in the towel and said, I'm done. And then we talked about Tia Mowry and Cory, and how Cory always wanted his ego stroke allegedly. And, she just got tired of carrying him in her, right? And he's not her third child, right? And it felt like that to her probably because she's always had to carry him. And it became draining and too much for her, that she found out, look, it would be better if I just drop you off at the bus stop, okay? So once we talked about that, it makes me think about Martell and Melody, how Martell was so angry with Mel when she divorced him, as if he didn't deserve it and he didn't do nothing for it, right? Y'all hit that like button. And if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because as you can see, we doing the dang on thing, all right? But back to it. So Martell was bitter because he couldn't understand why she finally chose her. She chose her because you've been choosing everybody else around her for so long. So why is it now that she has to consider you? No, it's time for her to choose her. And he thought that that Hope name still meant that he owned her, or she, or she belonged to him. He took that Hope name very serious. And by her taking that off of her name and say, I'm claiming who I am and who God created me to be when I came out of my mother's womb, that's really a reality for him. And it was a reality for her too, right? It was one of those things where you go through these different processes to get to the end of the tunnel. And when you get to the end of the tunnel, it's like, finally, it's done. And that's exactly what it was. She went through all these steps. She went to custody court. She's going back and forth with him and the kids stuff, him not paying for this, him not paying for that. She went through all of this stuff. It's like when I got to the end of the tunnel, oh, how grateful I am, right? And that's what that name changing was about. I went through the dark tunnel. I didn't know how this was going to end. I didn't know if he was going to agree with it or he wasn't. I didn't know if he was going to turn up his delusional self more than what he'd already done or what. But all I knew is that I was trusting God in the process. And now that it is here, I want balloons. I want firecrackers. I want chefs. I want valets. I want it all because that's how important it is to me. So, no, I'm not crying because it's over, but I'm crying of tears of celebration, tears of joy. This is one part of the whole that is now gone. And we remove that, right? We remove that knowing that God has been the center of it all. And I just wanted to share that part with you guys. Um, and how important I'm sure that ceremony was for her, and while it was so important for it to be beautified the way it was. Okay, it was very emotional because all the hell she went through with hotel. Exactly, Stephanie, say it again. Exactly. Patricia T says, hello, Shard Chat. What's up? Mary says, not the bus stop. Yeah, drop that nigga off at the. Ooh, Lord have mercy. See what you did to me, Mary? Drop that bro at the dang on bus stop, sis. It's over. You know what I mean? It's over. I'm tired of carrying you on my back. Getting in my cars with an attitude. This is my car. Would you like to walk? All right, listen. PK Joe in the building. Make us do what I do, what I do. I just like saying your name. I hope a question. Wait a minute. I have a question. Why do grown men need their ego stroke? You're grown. No woman needs to bend for a man. Now, Stephanie, you opening up another can of worms. Okay. Let me see if I can answer that with my expertise. I like to think that I have. Okay. And here's the thing. A lot of our men are just needy. Okay. Now, if you were doing everything that you were supposed to do, I'm sure we wouldn't mind rubbing your back and, baby, you okay? Baby, you all right? And can I get anything for you? I'm sure we won't mind it. But when you a sucker and want that, oh, it's a hell no for me. All right. And I think a lot of our men really have a bunch of mama issues, as I just mentioned a little while ago. They have a lot of mama issues. So because their mama never told them, well done, well done, Bobby, well done, James, because their mama never told them any of that, they feel like it's your job to do what their mama never did. Okay? No, you're gonna have to go back and get your mama to do that because I've raised two kids. In my case, six. I'm not raising another kid. All right. No, you don't. No, we're not doing none of that. So I think that's literally where it's coming from. A lot of them suffer from an absent parent, even though the parent was there. Maybe their mom was too busy working that she forgot to check in on her boys and say, hey, you okay? Is there anything I could do for you? How was your day? So now that you're in a full-blown relationship, you married, you got kids, now you want your wife to be your mama and your wife. Get somebody else to do it. It's a hell no for me. Cricket 22 says, exactly, Shar. You know I was going to make it do what it do. Don't laugh at me, Mary. I was trying to be good, honey. It made me say the N word. I was trying. That is what really gets, wait a minute, that's what really gets my gut. Yes, Stephanie, absolutely. Let me see. Lee says 88 watching it, 80 likes. Get the likes to match. Yes, honey. Y'all almost there. 8 away. Come on in. It's 91 in the chat. Y'all might as well go ahead and keep hitting that like button. Run me up, run me up, run me up, run me up. And while y'all at it, let's take an intermission. If you guys didn't watch any of my shorts or any of my vlogging that I've been doing, go ahead and hit the like button and watch my clips because That's the stuff that we're gonna be doing in and out of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we here for it, but we also here for my babies. Okay, so let's run it up. All right, ADR in the building. Make us do what it do, what it do. Bet she felt emotional as a prisoner. Yes, yes, that's the proper word for it. As a prisoner, getting parole after 14 to 15 years bid. Free at last, I'm free at last, then God Almighty, I'm free at last. Mel's free at last, then Crip walk, two pretty girls walk like this. Yes, she sure did, ADR. I hear another blogger say Cory to Tia, he was, woo, child, not the G-A-Y. Wait a minute. What? Lee, you made me stop in my tracks. Child, listen. Hey, Lee, I don't know if that's true, but listen to this. She's so much of a woman that she would never out him unless he ever go for her. She would never out him. She probably like, look, living your truth. But I know it's done and up and over with. We ain't doing that dibble and dabble on different sides of the track. Oh no, we can't do that. Wow. Hmm. I wish a mofo would. I know that's right, honey. You did what? With who? On who time? It's gonna be a hell no for me. Oh man, thank you, Lee. I appreciate you. Cash out to support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Mary laughing at me. I'm telling you, listen, Mary, I be trying. Sherelle World checked it out. The real reason for the yeah, y'all giving it to me, honey. Oh my. Well, you better breach. Lee, I'm gonna have to go look. Y'all know if listen, I'm on the road. I've been already on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. I've been on IG. I've been on TikTok. I'm on the road, so I got a little bit of time because I'm washing my hair. I'm twisting my hair. Y'all see, I just did my live video with my natural. I've been telling y'all forever. I am 100% natural. And baby, I was like, let me let them into my natural world. So you guys know I'll post a little vlog over there so you guys can see how I wash, conditioner, and twist my hair out at the end. But baby, y'all better stop playing with me. Hit that like button. Run me up, run me up, run me up, run me up. Listen, but definitely, if that is the case, it will make a lot of sense, right? And but he that's why that will make a lot of sense why he want this seal. Didn't I just tell y'all that if that seal is put on there where nobody could talk about the separation, the relationship, or anything like that, that definitely came from him because I don't see her as doing that. And it was a reason for it. If that is the case, and it's because of GAY situation, ain't nothing wrong with it, to each his own. Do what you do. But with that being said, that would make a lot of sense why he put that clause in there because he didn't want his milk leaking out the bucket. Lord have mercy. He had a lot of nerve asking for more money. Didn't he, Lee? You better get your butt back to that bus stop and hope the nearest bus come pick you the hell up before I get my goons to line the hell up. Girl, listen. Listen. Okay. Blame her for stepping. Nope, I don't blame her either, Patricia T. I'm out of here. Catch me in traffic. Sure, you're 50 minutes into your 1 hour live. Thank you so much, Lee. I am going to look. Child, you and me too, Stephanie. As soon as I get up off of here. Ms. Linda says, hello to everyone. PK Joe says, you are dropping T. Yes, they did. They got my jaw dropping, PK. My first stop is health department after 14 years. Now say that again. Child, have you been doing stuff with strange and different kind and same kind? I need to know. Child, woo! They gonna have a time last. Leave, baby. I care. 14 years now you want to switch teams? Child, listen. Sherelle dropped that TPK Joe, not Lee. Oh yeah, I think I think he was just saying you telling him is a little plus. Okay. I always thought he looked Lee. Listen, now that y'all saying this, I ain't lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you about nothing like that. But last but not least, let's talk about uh, what's her name? Monique. She wrote a statement yesterday for the first time since the news dropped about her husband. Um, and what that looks like. So let's see. Let me see if I got it. Lord, I hope I do. And I just feel like, sometimes nobody needs to talk, right? It's already traumatic enough. It's already a lot going on. The internet will already blow it up, right? So Monique wrote yesterday. Imagine being in the solitude in a whole different country on a meditation retreat, only to be interrupted. It's all good. I'll speak with you all when I return. I promise. Until then, I'm going to enjoy the nature therapy and gather all of the whoosh. I know I'll need. Wait a minute. Okay. I know I need to log on to share this with you. Logging off after its post. I don't know what's going on either. I'm reading it wrong or it ain't written right. But she says, I know I'll need to log on to share this with you. Logging off after this post. Peace and blessings. I love you. Yeah. So, if this is true, bus stop it is. Mary, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Listen, get your butt on the bus and the train, whatever else you need to do to get to where you need to get to, but get the hell away from me, child. You got to go. I don't know Monique and Chris, so fill me in on the tea. Oh, you don't know Monique and Chris? They were from Love and Marriage Hunts. Look at me, Love and Marriage Huntsville. They were on Love and Marriage DC. And they were on another show too, but I think it was Potomac that they was on. Don't quote me, but I believe that is what they was on. And on Love and Marriage DC, that first season of Love and Marriage DC came on. I'm gonna give you the fast version. They were rocking, and it was already said that they were set to divorce. And Chris said that the show really is what kept them together. And it, Monique appeared really aggressive to him doing that season of Love and Marriage DC, and everybody was like, "She rude. Chris should leave her. She's this, she's that." But it was a reason behind her rudeness, allegedly. We don't know that, but I'm just giving you the tea. Um, and long behold, the next season came in. Well, before the next season came in, there was I think it was People Magazine wrote a whole article that Chris and Monique has separated and they're living in separate bedrooms. And if you remember correctly, Chris Monique dragged Chris into the live and told Chris basically to sit down, be quiet, she'll do all the talking. And they convinced us that her and Chris are fine and and everything's okay. And now here we are. They dropped from Love and Marriage DC, which they say it was a money issue. And I say it's because they knew that they couldn't fake it, especially not on camera, and that they would want the real deal. And they weren't going to be able to do that. Long behold, now, fast forward to now, Monique has officially filed for divorce from Chris. Okay. And she's on a what do they call it? Sabbatical, something like that. I can't get the word or say the word correctly, but basically she's on some type of retreat from this filing because she knows the internet is going crazy. If you know Monique, she loves animals, she loves space, she loves calmness. And that's where it is now. My whole thing is like, Monique, we asked you, sis. We asked you, and you said it wasn't true. And now all of a sudden, here we are. You done filed for divorce finally because you was tired of pushing where he was not pulling, allegedly, because we not a fly on the wall, although we think we know so much. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. I don't know Monique. Okay, I think I read that one. Okay, okay. I promise you, I heard it on Sherelle World. Okay. Um, Whoa, I feel bad for her. Yeah. Potomac. Yeah, I thought it was Stephanie. I was, I be talking so fast, I gotta let my brain catch up to my mouth. But yes, it was Potomac. Mary says, "Hey, sister, Miss Linda. Hey, Addie, make it do what it do, what it do. Hey, oh my God, what are you doing here? How did you find me? Did you find me from IG? Let me know. This is listen. I got a whole story behind this, but listen, I have so many people that's been finding me on IG. Listen, this sis right here, one day maybe we can go lie together because this sis right here, she walked through the puddle with me. In my first divorce. We've experienced it two different times and separate times, but our break free, because we both understand God, was similar. So that's just a little bit of that. I get excited about people that know me in real life because we're gonna hook up. We're gonna definitely hook up, babes. We're gonna get together. But it's nice that you're here. I love you, sis. Um, that just blessed my whole heart. Me too, poor Tia. Good thing her mom had her to get him to sign that prenup. No good mother Listen, child. Somebody got to step in the gap for us because sometimes we be so blinded by the ping ping that we forget to use wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we be so blinded. You got to pay attention. And because our mom ain't wrapped up in our ping ping, our mothers can see it before it even come. Okay? 94 watching, 92 likes. Good job, chat. Yes, understanding the assignment. Y'all, that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I came ready. I did my little work before I got here. Chris is from Alabama, and we know how those. Oh, child, we done heard so much about the Alabama men. Listen, let's see. Chris is from Alabama, and we know how those men are. But on the other hand, in my opinion, she was in it for the money. Um, he was in it for the money. Okay, wait a minute. You talking about I'm thinking about Tia, but you talking about Chris and Monique. I got you. Yeah, I think that's where it came from. I don't think she's ever nah, I think he grew on her, but I don't think that she was with it. I listen. When she said on that camera that when they asked her would he have been her choice and she bluntly said hell to the nah 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 nah, I knew right then and there it was another reason why she married him. And she was like, it's because we were young. And I really didn't, I didn't get a chance to think everything through. Yeah, you was only thinking about the dollar sign. That's what a lot of our older parents do. They push us to the dollar sign. We're not thinking how these older men already lived their life. And they already lived their life. They already did some of the things that we're just doing and they don't want us to do it. But hell, you lived it. I want to live it too. You suck the pinky. I want to suck a pinky too. If you rolled around the world, I want to go around the world too. If you took traveling, you went to uncle and grandpa's house, I want to go too. If you did some twerking, hell, I want to do it too. You don't get to tell me that I can't because you lived your life and I married the older person. And I think that that's what we forget when we marry these older people. Kudos to whoever it worked for. I don't do old men. And listen, they always approach me. I always tell my sister I don't want them, but they always approach me. I need somebody that's going to be able to keep up. I don't need to go downward. Okay. With that being said, older men, it really sucks the life out of you sometimes. Unless you get one that understands that you are younger and they did what they did and they like, go ahead, do what you want to do. That's what makes it fun. But very rarely do that happen. That don't really happen all the time. Um, Monique sounds a little shady, Shar. Yeah, something going on, Lee, and I'm only waiting for more stuff to come out. Listen, tomorrow we are talking about what's the child name? Why is it escaping me? Ralph and Drew Sador. So make sure y'all got your notifications on. It's gonna be around the same time. Ralph and Drew Sador. We're gonna talk about and the Zodiacs because listen, it's gonna get crazy. And I know y'all already heard a lot of it, but it's getting real ugly, especially for the Zodiacs. And with Ralph and Drew Sadura, Drew is like she's throwing in the white flag. She don't really want the smoke, but she's like, it's no coming back from this, right? So we're gonna jump into that tomorrow. Welcome to the chat. Yes, thank you. You will love it here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you. Sandra says, good afternoon, Shar and chat. What's up? We can do what it do, Sandra. What's up? Feel free to super chat or cash app doing this live to support. Thank you so much. Um, just scrolling on YouTube. I am 79 years old, like these YouTube streets. Laugh out loud. LOL. His mother says she was a gold digger. Um, really, Stephanie? Lots of women marry for security. Me myself, that is hard. That is a hard route I choose to make, and I have my own money. If not, you and bondage to someone else. Yeah, Lee. No one wants to be changing diapers when you're a young woman. Hell no, honey. You're gonna get somebody else to do it. 97 watching, 94 likes. Get those likes to match, but good job in this chat. Yes, they keep it up, honey. ADR Monique slash Chris. Do you think he went ahead and hooked up with that trainer she had and got caught? Sniffing around, child. He could have been sniffing. What you smelling, Chris? What you smelling? I don't know, ADR, but that's a good question. Chris' mom told her this to her face. Yeah, I remember that. Oops, typo. Do you think she not? Oh yeah, I got you. I'm with you. Went ahead and hooked up with that trainer. Oh, do you think he, not her? I got you. Um, Sure, your 1 hour live is officially over now. All right, all right, all right. I got the go checkmates. But you listen, if you are here under the sound of my voice, if you have not hit the like button, go ahead and do so. If you are not subscribed, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. If you are not following me on IG or Facebook, go ahead and follow me there at Healthy Living with Shar. If you are not following me on TikTok, I am Healthy Living underscore CG. All right. I love your checkmates until wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Lee says 103 watching and 94 likes. I'm blessed. I'm blessed as hi Shar and chat. I'm late, but replay in full effect. I thank you for popping on in. Geez, all I have a great rest of the day. I missed you around here. Back to housework. I got you. Have an awesome night, guys. Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight. Let's support Melody. Yes, I'll tap in. We'll do a little review. Y'all know I can only get through a little bit at a time. All right, but until next time, checkmates. Bye.